I want to look at the filter section in this video. So again, I'm starting from an initialized preset, and let's customize it a little bit. Maybe I'm going to choose a different sample source, and I'm going to blend the two together. So from here, I'll choose maybe something like this, and let's just set a position and blend it. I can tune that up maybe. Okay, great. So here we can turn the filter on and off for the wavetable source and the sample source over here. So I'm going to leave them both on for a moment. We've got an interesting kind of starting point. And we have different filter types over here that we can scroll through, or we can get to it from this menu. We have a ladder low pass, state variable low pass, ladder band pass, state variable band pass, and so on. So many different types, and then simple controls for the cutoff point. So we set what frequency we want the filter to either filter below or above or around based on the type we have set. And then we can have a resonant boost right at that cutoff point. And then key tracking determines how much the range of the keyboard is going to influence the filter. And then we have two envelopes. We have the amp envelope and we have the modulation envelope, and they're the same type of controls, and simple attack, decay, sustain, release. And we can assign this by clicking there. We can assign it to the filter cutoff if we want to get a simple filter type of modulation going. So let's set this to start with. So there's a typical low pass. And let's get a little bit of modulation happening here. So I'm going to dial up a bit of this. And let's set the parameters. Bit of a slower attack. So we hear that modulation on each new note on. We're in a pretty narrow range, so that's not going to influence things. So subtle different quality to each of the filter types. So with the band pass, we're filtering around this frequency. State variable band pass. It's a smoother filter. And a high pass, where we're filtering below the cutoff point and let everything above it pass through. So again, slightly different qualities. Something like that's kind of interesting. Maybe a bit less modulation. And that's the filter section. And again, we can turn it on or off independently. So you can get a subtler effect depending on how you're blending your sources. And just for fun, to add a bit of motion to the sound, we can take the same modulation envelope and maybe use here to dial up some amount. And we can go to the different types. We'll continue with more in the next video.